Everybody's done writing their things? Okay. So I introduced myself. I'll just quickly go through it again. Myer is my name. By the way, all of you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's your homework for tonight, okay? My channel is Myer Travels. I will write it on the board so you guys can all like go home, or if you have your phone, you can subscribe to the channel, and then you will see my my travel videos. But yeah, so my passion. Does everybody know what passion is? Somebody raise your hand and try to explain what is a passion. What is passion? Does anyone know? Okay, nobody knows. Okay, I will explain then. Passion is something that you have a strong want to do, something that you love to do, and something that gets you really happy when you do it. So my passion is traveling. I love to travel. I've been traveling since I was 20 years old. After I finished my university, I left America and I went to China. I was a teacher in China and for 4 years. So I was also an English teacher. So that's why coming to meet you guys, I feel like I am with my students. You know, it reminds me of that time. So I was a teacher for a long time, and then also just I love to travel and learn about new cultures, new people. That's my passion. So I decided in my life, how can I do something that I love and also make money and make it my job? Because if you can make your passion your job, you will never feel like you are going to work. Do you understand? You know, everybody knows what I mean by that, right? So like if you find something that you love to do, like some people said they love to sing, some people said they love to play sports, somebody said coding. So now if she turned coding into her work, because she loves it, she will not feel like, oh, I have to go coding, you know, or if you love to dance, if you can make somehow dancing your work, you will not feel like, oh, I have to go to work. But if you're doing something that's not your passion, then maybe you will feel like that. So I decided I want to do something that I love. So I just left and I started doing this. It was scary in the beginning. I was very scared because I left my family, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, and I left my country and I left my comfort. But now I'm very happy because I'm doing what I love. And I'm here today because of my decision. So thank you for having me. So now I think you guys have some questions for me. Yes? Okay, so you guys can just raise your hands and I'll pick and one at a time. And you can ask me a question and let's just do it like that. So raise your hand and I'll pick. And say your name again because it's too many people. I won't remember. So say your name and then ask me the question. Okay.
It's going to be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay, who is the first?
Who is number one?
Okay.
Okay. Your name?
My name is Reina.
Reina. And what is your question for me?
So, what kinds of traditional food that did you taste?
So far? Here in Myanmar?
Like around all around the world.
Around the world. Okay, so I have tried so many different foods in the last 1 year. When you say traditional, you mean like the real local food, right? From a country. So I'll give you one example. Something that I never tried in my life. It was in the Philippines. It's something called balut. Have you guys ever heard of balut?
No.
So balut is basically, it's an egg, right? It's like, you know when you take an egg and you put it in water and boil it, and you can open it and then eat the egg? The difference though with balut is that it's already a baby growing inside the egg. I know. I also felt like that. I have a video on YouTube, you can watch it. It's called The Most Disgusting Street Food in the World. Because for me, I never tried anything like this, you know. This was so different. So the egg has, so basically pretend like they call it a fetus, an embryo. So it's a chicken, but it didn't become a full chicken yet. It didn't hatch. So they take the chicken, and you are basically eating an unborn baby of a chicken. That was the craziest traditional food. And maybe you're thinking, oh, this maybe they don't eat this too much. Thank you. Your name again? Jeff. That's easy. Okay, next. There's still a few people that haven't raised their hand. You. Huh? Huh? You don't? Why you? I think you're a bit shy. Yeah? It's okay, don't be shy.
What's your favorite music?
My favorite music. My favorite music, like I'll give you one of my favorite art. One of my favorite artists is Drake. Yeah, he's like a hip hop artist. Do you love me? Yeah, that. Yeah. Does everybody know that song? Yeah. I like Drake. Drake is probably one of my favorite. Yeah. Um, yeah, like hip hop, art. Yeah, like that. Where I'm from in New York, a lot of people listen to hip hop. It's a very common and popular music, so I like that one. Yeah. What's your name? Grace. Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna pick. Okay, now I'm going to pick. No more raising hands. Now I pick. She's like, don't look, don't look, don't look. Who didn't go yet? Who didn't go? Oh, you. You didn't go yet. Yeah. What's your name? Jasmine. Jasmine. Okay.
What's your feeling in Myanmar?
So far, my feelings in Myanmar is very happy. I'm so excited because like I said, my passion is traveling. So I love to come to a place that I've never been before, and Myanmar is a place that I've never been to. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy, and I'm just super looking forward to seeing more of your country. Yeah. Thank you. Jai Bade. All right. Who's next? You. You know the people, like when you're coming, she like looked down. That's who I pick. So if you don't want me to pick you, just look at me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My name is Dina.
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 I'm happy to be in Myanmar.
Am I happy to be here? I am happy to be in Myanmar, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. Yeah, I'm very happy to meet you guys. Are you happy to meet me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to meet the young people of Myanmar. It makes me very happy to meet you guys. So, thank you, thank you. All right, who else? Who else? Who else? You in the back. She's hiding.
My name is Bella.
Bella.
What is the most famous place in your country?
What's the most famous place in my country? Um, I would say the most famous place is probably New York City. Everybody knows New York City. Does everybody know New York City? Um, can somebody tell me one thing that they know from New York City? Something that's in New York City?
MSG.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden. It's where the basketball team plays. Then there's also this one. Does everybody know this? Does anyone? Does anybody know the name? Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty. Yeah. That was New York City, and then of course Hollywood. Everyone knows Hollywood. It's where all the movies come from. It's in California. So New York is here and California is here. It's a completely different place, but same country. But Hollywood is where all the movies come from. So all the famous actors and actresses. Do you guys watch English movies?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your favorite English movie?
The Kingsman.
Huh?
The Kingsman.
The Kingsman. Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Hannah Montana.
Hmm? Hannah Montana. That's a TV show. Yeah, I remember that. What about you, Simon?
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. That's my guy. I love that movie. Yeah, so all of these movies that you guys named, they're all coming from Hollywood. So everybody knows Hollywood, yeah. What about you? What movie do you like? Whoa, that's a deep dive. Wow, I'm impressed.
I
That's
don't
a
know. I don't know that.
Shawshank Redemption. It's one of the best movies ever made. But I'm surprised you know that,
Did you cry?
bro. I cried 3 times. I watched it 3 times. I cry every time. It's just like too touching. Yeah, it's a great movie. Great movie. Do you guys prefer like scary movies? Do you guys like scary movies? I get scared. I don't like scary movies. Yeah. I don't like. I never like scary movies. What do you prefer? Like funny? Funny? Do you prefer funny or? I like funny movies because for me, movie is something that helps me feel good. So when I watch scary movie, I don't feel good. I feel more scared. Yeah. Already life is scary. I don't need a scary movie, you know. So who didn't I pick yet? Okay, you.
My name is Pia.
Pia.
Yeah, yes. What's your favorite food from your country?
My favorite food from my country. You know what I miss a lot? Because I haven't been back to America in a long time. It's almost like 1 year. I really miss pizza. Yeah. America has, especially New York, has really good pizza. Yeah, so it's one thing that I do miss. But you can find pizza in a lot of countries, but it's not the same. The pizza from back home is like so good. Do you guys try pizza? They have pizza here in Myanmar, right? Yeah. Like Pizza Hut? They have Pizza Hut? Okay. Yeah, I didn't try the pizza here yet, but yeah, I do miss pizza. What about you? What's your favorite food from your country?
I like bread. I like moinga.
Moinga?
My moinga.
Moinga.
Yeah.
What is this?
This is Myanmar traditional food.
Okay. Can somebody explain like what is it?
Somebody?
It's a noodle making with fish.
Noodles
With fish.
with fish. Ah, it's like fish balls or
No.
oh,
Rice noodle with fish and bean soup.
fish and beans. Oh, okay. I have to try this. What is it called? Mohinga. Okay, I will try
National
this.
food.
It's a national food.
Every event.
Shit, I have to try this. Yeah. he's my guy. You know, I have to tell him. He will show me. He's showing me everything. So, um, yeah, I'll definitely try that. Thank you for the suggestion, my friend. What's your name?
Steven.
Steven. How old are you?
18.
18. Okay.
What do you like to do when you arrive in your country?
What do I like to do when I go back home? Do you mean like for fun?
Yes.
For fun. So now that I'm away from my country a lot, when I go home, I like to spend time with my family because I don't see my family too much, and my parents are getting older. You know, I'm. Can anyone guess how old I am? How old do you think I am? Be nice. Be nice. Huh? 25. I like you. Yeah, I like you. 29, close. 31. Yeah, 31. 31. I'm an old man. I'm an old man. No, I still feel very young. Just like you were saying, like when I'm around young people, it makes me feel like I'm your age, you know. What was I saying? I was answering your question, right? What do I like to do? Yeah, so my parents are getting older. I'm getting older, so my parents are getting older. So I like to go home and I like to spend time with my family, you know. I like to spend time with friends that I have from a long time. And that's what I like to do when I go home, you know, play basketball, spend time, and just relax with my family. Yeah, yeah. What about you? What do you like to do for fun?
I don't know. I usually maybe try or watching a movie.
Watching a movie. Nice. Cool. Very good. Thank you. And you, yellow shirt. What's your name?
Lilian.
Lillian. Very nice name. I used to know a girl named Lillian. Yeah.
What's your unforgettable memory?
My
Unforgettable memory.
unforgettable memories. Wow, that's a great question. So when I was in, oh, there's so many, but when I was in Indonesia, everybody knows Indonesia, right? I climbed up a mountain, but the mountain was actually a volcano. Does everybody know a volcano? Yeah. So this was an active volcano. Like there was still lava coming out. So you have to be very careful when you're climbing. But we climbed early in the morning, and this was before the sun was coming up. So we got to the top of the volcano, and you can see some places has lava. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And then when the sun came up, it was the most beautiful sunrise I have ever seen in my life. I will never forget that moment. I almost cried. That's how beautiful it was. And I was with a few of my friends, and we shared this moment together. And we sat down, we had tea, and we watched the sunrise on a volcano in the middle of Indonesia. I mean, I didn't ever think that I would have this experience in my life, you know? So that was definitely one moment that I will never forget. That's a good moment that I will never forget. There's also bad moments, but I don't want to talk about those. But yeah, good moment, that was definitely one, like, so very amazing experience that I will never forget. So, thank you. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I'm sorry. I know you're so shy. I don't want to make you do this, but
Why do you visit our country?
why did I visit Myanmar? That's a great question. Why did I visit Myanmar? One, I visited Myanmar because I've already seen almost every country in Southeast Asia: Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, all of it. Exactly what you're thinking. My pants came ripping off. There's 100 people around, and I have no. I was like, "Oh!" And I had to run away. So yeah, that was probably one of the more embarrassing stories in my life. You know, that's something that like I will never forget. So now I never not wear underwear. You never know what can happen. You know. So yeah, that was definitely one of the funnier and embarrassing stories in my life. There's a lot more, but that's one that like it's always in my mind. I was like, oh, it's so crazy. But yeah, definitely. It's a good question. Good question. What about you? Since you're asking me, what happened to you? Tell me something funny. Huh? You don't have? Really? Okay. Maybe one day you will. You will. You're still young. You still have time to come up with some embarrassing stories. It happens. Happens to everybody. That's how you learn. You know. Yeah. Does anybody have a funny story that they want to share? Does anybody have a funny story? It's okay. We're having fun. No problem. Don't.
Class. And I scared my monkey.
Okay.
And I fall down.
Like this thing. Oh, you.
Fall down, and my friend said, "Why you pick up my money?"
Is that like you felt? Did you feel very embarrassed, or yeah? Did you cry, or
No, I
you just laughed? Yeah. And now when you think about it, it's funny.
yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes when things happen in our life, and at that moment, it may seem like, oh, so bad, or like, even sometimes in our life, things happen, and we think like, oh, this is so bad, and why is this happening to me? Why me? You know. But then in the future, you look back, and it's